Hail, Welly. The movie DVD demo. As in a demo for the movie, or the movie came with a demo of the game? G'day, Decoy. You think the movie was bad? Well, doesn't that bode well for the game? Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find our PlayStation scene. Yoink. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, g'day, g'day, and welcome to the Bubble Plays Van Helsing here as part of Movie Monday. This game brought to us by the suggestion of Welly here in chat. Alright. New save. Ooh, are we normal or are we hard? Let's go with normal. Try and see more of this game more quickly. Paris, France, 3 years later. Okay, presumably it wants us to have... Assuming that we viewed the intro movie before the main menu, which was of some guy drinking a wine, then turning into a sort of semi-werewolf thing, and then getting shot by Van Helsing. No tutorialization? You have found a power glyph. Collect them to purchase items from the armory.
Welcome to Paris.
Show yourself, Dr. Jekyll.
Seems that memory of yours is getting worse, Van Helsing. The name is Hyde, remember?
Use circle to open doors. You have found a life glyph. It restores some health. I need to find some other way to get up there. Double jump. Grapple gun. Okay. Shoulder then right. We just keep swinging with the same momentum. Nothing else.
Are you still on that pathetic little quest? The one you think will reveal your past?
This could afford to be a
Past is
little
not your
louder.
concern.
Wouldn't you like to meet the demons of your mind? You're nothing
Okay.
but an empty puppet of the church. A marionette on a string. Let me help you. After all, I am a man of science.
You are a murderer.
Ah, the pot calls the kettle black.
I destroy only what is evil. You are one for the
He's
killing
something of
12
a
innocent
scientist
men, 6
himself.
4 children, 3 goats, and a rather nasty massacre of poultry. Yes, I'm well aware of my past. A man has to eat, doesn't he?
Not when he's dead.
Press square or triangle, so the top 2 buttons, to attack. Hold down to aim to target a nearby enemy. Well, why did... Oh, other button, okay. Okay, so we have melee and gun. And gun seems to have infinite ammo. It isn't tortoise dodge, if there is such a thing. Without my hat, we've lost 99% of our power. This is actually a Hat in Time, the movie.
I think you'll find the view from here most enchanting.
The grapple went through him. Amazing. Finished with hat on is an important stat. So, amazing. Continue.
We need you to go to the east, to the far side of Romania. 450 years ago, a Transylvanian knight named Valerius the Elder allowed his son, Vladislaus Dragulya, to commit a great evil upon the world.
Hail upon us.
As a result, a terrible curse was cast upon his house. A curse that cannot be lifted until the vampire is driven from their land. 9 generations have perished trying to break it. Only one survives. The Princess Anna. If she dies, the spirits of her ancestors shall never enter the gates of St. Peter. They will be forever damned. When we found you crawling up the steps of the Vatican half dead, It was clear that you had been sent to do God's work. God is not to blame for your past sins.
There is a hat percent
But if you
speedrun.
pass this test of faith, He will help you rediscover your past.
G'day, Mr. Gongan.
Transylvania is a land plagued by tragedy. And Vasyria, a village where you will encounter the dead far more than the living. Do not be distracted by these wayward spirits, my son. Find the village fountain quickly, for that is where the path to Dracula begins.
Choo-choo! Choo-choo, papa! Choo-choo, papa! The ghost also likes trains? A ghost of good taste? Breakables. Keep an eye out for breakables. When broken, they may relinquish glyphs or other helpful materials. There's a door, but I can't get to it. So power fist the crates, and then... This surface looks vulnerable to an attack. I could probably power fist it. No? My power fists aren't enchanted? Maybe we need to... shadow shoot it? No, we needed to do something that was hold left and then do that, even though it hasn't tutorialized that, which is terrible. You found a new cheat glyph. Visit the inventory menu to learn about activating it. Ancient clothing. Power clothing. How do I know which one it's ghost body? We become a ghost. No, thank you. Need to chop down the tree? Or grapple over there? Or grapple over there? Well, let's just see if we can jump off. We can. It is less of a puzzle than I thought. Ah, there's a way back up over this side. Alright. And now we can grapple. Transylvania ahead. Beware the blobber. He strikes you as elvish. Surprisingly motive windmill. A still beating heart? You can perform a rolling dodge by using the aim button, then jump. Okay. Oh, they have Hadokens, because of course they do. Ow. Alternate ammo mode. Tap L1 to toggle alternate ammo mode to take out stronger enemies and obstacles. It will, however, drain mana. Alternate pistols and blades are now available, but you must find other weapons out in the world. Can I not have the purple thing? I want the purple thing. Let me have it! It's clearly... Okay, there we go. You found a life replenisher. Use it from the inventory to restore your health. You can use combo attacks to more effectively combat opponents. Start a combo by using melee, then use different combinations of button and direction presses to perform various moves. See what you can discover. I do like that we don't have to wait for enemies to get up. We can kick them while they're down, as it were. Finishing moves. They're displayed in canisters on your hub. By tapping R2, you can empty a canister and kill a nearby opponent. A counter and timer are located beside the finishing move canister. An empty one is filled when 5 are recorded on the kill counter. Act swiftly. The counter resets when the timer runs out. Our slashy moves are also nice and, like, they damage multiple enemies in a nice slashing arc in front of us. That feels like somewhere that we can go. Yes. Okay, the camera there is a bit crap. No, we can't use that door. Fair enough. Oh, you need me to jump down? The game isn't stingy with the health replenishers, which is nice. No, we don't use that door. A shotgun? Surprised that box isn't destroyable. Ow. Okay, let's find out about using these healing items. It's a bit flow breaking to do it like that, but Alright. What happened to the grapple point? That was a grapple point before, wasn't it? Yeah, thank you. I'm tempted to find out if we can avoid, like, mispicking up the shotgun, but I don't think it's a wise idea. You will find several different weapons during the course of your journey. To switch between weapons, hold the Weapon Select button, left 2, and scroll between available weapons. Let's test out the new shotgun, I guess. This normal surface looks vulnerable to an attack from a powerful close-range weapon. Okay, so that door that we blew up before with a charged-up attack, we maybe just wanted shotgun in the future?
You there. You alright? Are you hurt, sir?
Okay, it pauses while you're changing weapon. There we go. You have died. He stomped, and that hurt me at a distance. Very reasonable. Where does it checkpoint us to? I haven't seen the movie either. I have no idea. Can you skip the cutscenes? You can. It looks like he always hurts us with the stomp, no matter how far away we are, which seems stupid. What the shit am I meant to do about that? Oh yes, he can just do a whole area, destroy everything. Maybe you're meant to roll through it? Maybe.
You there.
Shush. Yeah, jumping worked. That time rolling did not. That time jumping didn't. I guess I jumped too early? Rolling didn't do there, but I guess I rolled out of it instead of past it. Alright. Rolly McShotgun scares away Mini Hulk. And we did finish with our hat this time. Okay, increase the size of your health bar. Wait. This isn't permanent? Oh god, none of these are permanent. Okay, no, some of these are. That looks like it's permanent. We can turn our stabbies into a throwing disc. We can go Xena. Alright. I guess that lets you grind up lots and lots of potions if you have a lot of trouble against a certain boss.
There is much knowledge to be gained here, but its greatest secret is the passage it harbors. Go with God, my son, for this passage is fiercely guarded.
A strange pedestal with an egg-shaped cup. I wonder if anything from my inventory would help here. Okay. I don't get what you want, game. My inventory doesn't have any items in that sense. Like, I can't pick up item and rub it on you, a la... Come on, there's clearly a grapple point. Thank you. Somewhat frequently, the camera is quite willing to zoom in more than it should, and put enemies just slightly off of screen from where they can still hurt you. I.e., the game is willing to Dino Crisis you. Which is a grave sin. It's a bad sign when I mention Dino Crisis, it is. Unless it's in reference to nice cutscenes, there's very little else to be said in Dino Crisis's favor. Yep. It's a bit better. I think it should auto-lock onto the next enemy that's nearest when you kill something. I mean, so far it's mostly a brawler. Really? That feels like somewhere that it wants me to jump. But apparently not. You sure you don't want me to jump up there? Yes. The gargoyles are alive. Why isn't super weapon activating? Like alternate ammo. There we go. No, that's bullshit. That was Dino Crisis. enemy that's off screen relative to the camera shoots us. One has to wonder if this iron gate is designed to keep intruders out or something else in. Either way, I cannot seem to get through. Can we jump down the well? We can, but there doesn't appear to be anything down here. Oh no, there's another strange egg. But the game hasn't taught us how to use the strange eggs, so... get screwed. Eggs. No, it didn't let us pick it up, Decoy. And I don't know that we can backtrack. Oh no, now we have picked up the egg. Okay. Well, maybe we can backtrack. It didn't say we picked it up. It just said it was a strange egg and then we left. Yep, enemy dino crisis as we come around a corner. Ow. The gargoyles don't seem to be hittable whilst they're down. How dare I try to melee someone? Yeah, if you try to melee someone, you'll get missile launched. Move into screen. This was probably where town hangings occurred. This way, the entire town was here to watch and learn the lesson from those who strayed from the path. Oh my god. I don't care about the... Let me attack the... Please, get away from the stupid center thing that you can't roll through. Okay, and now that there's just one... No, you're still not gonna let me. Dino Crisis. Alright. Please? Yeah, I hear you. Let me punch it. Thank you. I don't get it. I've opened the door, but we can't walk through the door. You found a new cheat glyph. Who needs to grapple when you have double jump? Very electrical sounding for all the candles we see.
Unhand the lady.
Trust me. There is nothing ladylike about her. Welcome to Assyria. So nice to see you again.
Again? You know me?
You are not easily forgotten.
Oh, he will be this time. After he has followed the princess to death.
This is Anna Valerius?
In the flesh. But from this moment forward...
Consider her a ghost.
They have magic laser beams? Dino Crisis? Ow. Let's eat one of the healing thing. Normally the evil priest should be within the shield. No. Target her! Alright. Rip! Well, again. Yeah, the Z targeting not staying locked on is really frustrating. Stay locked on! And the camera's obsession with zooming in on you instead of leaving the boss in vision so that you know when to dodge. No! I demand vision. No! Vision! Alright, is there a setting for the camera? Can we force the camera to be less stupid? No. No, we may not. And I think that our... Oh no, it's given us that back. Then I'm less objectionable to that. I thought it had taken away, like it was consume once and when you continue it's still gone. Shit. Alright. That's also bullshit. I killed your little thing, you shouldn't be lightning me. Good lord. Ah, slightly too slow, that's on me. That felt like I rolled and she still got me. Well, again. Come on, in the door. There also doesn't seem to, at least to me, not that I'm noticing, be a tell for whether she's doing... Like, she starts to wave her arms and she's going to do an attack. But it's not clear whether it's going to end up being the ground wave, the lightning from above, or the force lightning. So, you don't know what dodge to do. Right? Lightning from above gives us something from like, it has that above thing. But the other ones, whether it's force wave like that, the shock wave, I couldn't see her game because you've moved the camera. Let's use our healing. Yeah. And that is so flow breaking. Maybe it wants me to hold L1 rather than tap L1 once and then... Maybe that's what it wants. Does seem more effective. Rip. Stop zooming in! God, I hate you, camera. I guess the answer is we should just do a running jump, so that it dodges both the shockwave and lightning. Lightning from above lightning, that is. That's bullshit. Alright. So we get up to her without using the health this time. Bullshit, I was side-rolling game. Bull. Use our heal. Okay, that one I didn't side roll well enough. It's true. Could you maybe aim at her? Aim at her. God. So close. All right. Progress though. That's kind of bull, but whatever. Yeah, that's on me. I should have only done one hit. Well, that's on me for getting stuck on the column. Bullshit, I jumped over your skipping rope. I probably should use the healing. We're on low enough health. I shouldn't greed holding more. I can't see you! Yeah, that's bullshit. That's Dino Crisis. Alright. Frustrating camera at a number of times. Because its insistence that whenever you do an attack, It should zoom in more, and more, and more. Until you can see nothing.
Are you alright?
Of course I'm all right. What do you think? I can't take care of myself?
I just saved your life. The least you can do is humor me with a little conversation.
You killed a vampire. No one has done that in over 100 years.
Well, I'd say that was a good thing, wouldn't you?
Vampires only kill what they need to survive. Now they will kill for revenge. You tell me which is better.
Wait. I was sent by the Vatican. I was told you could help me destroy Dracula.
I believe it's the other way around. You were sent to help me.
Fair enough. So where do we begin?
If I
I'm clearly the protagonist, she says.
Surely there must be something, some ancient knowledge passed down through your family.
My brother Velkin spent years here in the church looking for such knowledge. I believe he was close to finding it until he was bitten by a werewolf 6 months ago.
Where did he do this research?
There, in the library.
Did he just drift in? I didn't notice Welly. I am not going to notice people drifting into Aussie because unless they're like powerfully Aussie, that just sounds normal to me. Let's buy that one. It's cheap enough that it's hard to imagine it being bad. The supposedly auto-punch when you grapple people. Mission 3.
Known as Igor makes his home among the ruins of an old castle. He is the master tormentor of Valerius and his ancestors. Destroy him, and you have taken the first step in winning their freedom.
Supposedly there are 13 missions, so we're at 3 of 13. I like the organ music. I can't leave. There must be a clue hidden among the books. You want me to punch the books? I can't climb the ladder. This book tells of a group of maidens from the Syria village lost at sea one night when their passenger ship capsized. It's said they didn't die, and villagers have been seeing them haunting the rivers and streams of nearby Transylvanian forests. This book chronicles the histories of many an old family of Transylvania. It's a well-worn book entitled The Belmonts that catches your eye. Books containing the writings of contemporary philosophers. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process they do not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into the abyss shall gaze back into you. Oh. Oh no, it's a secret passage. Enemy behind a pillar where I cannot see them. Fantastic. Enemies around corners where I cannot see them. Fantastic. You found a cheat glyph. Dynamite shotgun? Oh, sorry. Crossbow? Owls? Except I'm now stuck in the corner. Let me out. Sweet Jesus. Mauled to death by owls. Skip the cutscene. Oh my god, we have to do this every time. No, put your save states game after. I do like how rapid fire this is compared to the shotgun. It's even faster in the movie. You have found a life replenisher. You found an ammo replenisher. Yeah, that would interest me more if actually triggering it to do the super move. Supposedly it was this shoulder button, right? But it never seems to actually work. Yeah, L1 is supposed to be alt weapon. But it doesn't do shit most of the time. We can pick our hat back up. I mean, I would assume that it wants me to crossbow something, but... No, unclear. Unclear to me what it wants me to do. Let's go have a look at this statue. Something glimmers within the statue. It seems that a button or switch has been inset here, but the hole is too slender to reach, so we crossbow it. Alright. She has shadow clone jutsu. And she's a big empty hole. Oh, crossbow is showing its relative worth. Why are all the... Hey, we had Jekyll. We had Jekyll and Hulkman Welly. Game isn't completely sexist. And the gargoyles are genderless. We don't technically know Hulk was a Mr. Jekyll. But Hulkman, okay. The other one was very explicitly Mr. Jekyll. Oh, you're invulnerable to... Okay, we will use the insta-kill on you, because you're frustrating. We use it on you as well. Gargoyle unsurprisingly resistant to punching. We're just going to ignore that gargoyle? Alright. Just leave that gargoyle to terrorize the world. You girls are weak to crossbow. As best I can tell. Years of abuse have weakened the stone. The statue looks like it could topple at any moment. Okay, I can't punch the statue over. We read this again now that we're not in combat. A blast for an explosive tipped weapon would probably destroy it. No, not revolver, not shotgun. We've now attacked it with everything. I don't know, maybe we leave it alone. Maybe there's somewhere else we can go. Maybe I'm getting hung up on interacting with the... statue and we don't need to. We cannot blow up the mini statues around the base. Did I miss picking up an RPG or something? Maybe I can use insta-kill on it? Also no. No, no other weapon hi-fi will let us... Like, they don't like triggering the alternate mode. You can see me... The controller thing tells you I'm button mashing alternate ammo, and it does jack diddly. Do we come back later? Yeah, there might have been something else down below. But this very much felt like where I'm supposed to go. That was an insane number of gargoyles for the space. And this is just backtracking. Maybe we grapple it? That's the only thing I didn't try. But there wasn't a grapple point. No, I can't, because it counts as talking to it. Well, for the sake of seeing more of this in the time, let's look this up, because it's silly. And what level are we on? I think we're on mission 3. Nah, nothing. Not a popular enough game to have a reasonable... Well, what if we... No, supposedly I've just screwed up stabbing it with the stabby stab. That this is maybe the answer. And yet... No? Ooh, I can go up. Alright, there we go. That's bad. These have always been interact with the symbol, not something near the symbol. Right? The game has taught us that this means attack the object with the symbol. Alright. Please, double jump. Sweet, merciful camera. Thank you. Hail, Dark Young. The game is sometimes alright, Dark, but it's had some signaling issues, and the camera is often horrible. We want shotgun. That and its obsession with making you hold down R1 to stay locked onto enemies when it should just be tap R1 once to lock onto an enemy and then it stays locked on until you tell it not to is a weird choice, right? We had proper Z targeting in N64 era Zelda. A game on the PlayStation 2 has no excuse for not having proper Z targeting. And instead making me hold down shoulder button forever. Yeah, and Demon Lady, and Water Spirit, Ghost, Sylph sort of things. Alright. You remembered this as being Prince of Persia-ish?
Gabriel, it is I, Valerius. Gabriel, you must let your...
Be gone, ghostly swine! A torturer's work is never done. Well. If it isn't the murderer of the Master's bride, you've got quite the nerve showing your face around here.
Look who's talking.
The Master will be most pleased to have his revenge, but not before I have my fun.
I should probably use a healing item if we have one. I didn't mean to use the other one as well, but oh well. It's done. He is shotgun resistant, so let's try next weapon. Maybe he is crossbow weak. Yes. Which makes sense, it was the most recent weapon we were given. Yeah, Igor has magical Hadoken powers. Oh. No, that's bullshit, I can't see him. Game. If I can't see him, I can't know to dodge. Same deal. Oh, we go again. The best part of the mummy, not the language of the slaves. When he's one by one going through all the save me God, save me Yahweh, save me, etc. No. Change to crossbow. Bullshit, I started rolling game. Okay, that's on me. It's slash the camera. I should have been standing somewhere, ow, where the camera could see him. Slash the camera should be less of a stupid. Get our hat back. Break the flow of the game by needing to use a ridiculous menu to... pick up our hat again. Good lord. Get away from the wall! Bullshit. It does feel a bit silly that he, like, shoots it, and then it doesn't actually get its, like, defining trajectory till noticeably later. My instinct is to, once he shoots, do a roll to move away, and it's too soon. You have to wait longer. Right? Come on, I jumped. Alright, and we didn't even need our health thing that time. We just learned that the timing is much later than you'd think, naturally. He has self-guiding munitions. Success! Finished with hat. Yes. Buy a life increaser? Find if that is... Test if this is a consumable or a permanent. Prince Velkin.
A man who becomes a werewolf is no longer a man. He's but a shadow of his former self. Part human, part animal, evil guides his path. Prince Velkan is no exception. Show no mercy on him, my son, for he is lost.
No, I wanted up on the roof game. Sweet, merciful. Let me on the roof. Thank you. I dared to stop pressing R1 momentarily, and it, of course, even though I'm standing right next to the enemy, decides not to target them. No, you should be insta-killed, friend. Why you no insta-kill? I'm sure I had a thing. Maybe my bar ran out just as I was going to do it. Successful insta-kill. Is there anything in the well? You found a speed boost. We need to grapple. There's no time right now. The beast is clearly headed into town. Okay, use the other door is what it means. Ooh, no, there's some destroyable barrels. He seems kind of pistol resistant. Let's try one of the other ones. Maybe he's shotgun weak? There's a magical barrier. You may not go backwards. Go that way. Ooh. I see purple. Please, game. Please, game. Thank you. You found the second half of a life increaser. Your life bar capacity has been increased. Okay, and it was permanent. Where does it want us to go, though? Up? Is this a door? The villagers have locked themselves away. They've all obviously taken precautions to let nothing in. They've learned to fear what is in the darkness. I have no idea where you want me to go. Smarter than the villagers in Resident Evil. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go down that way. Maybe that was wrong way. Maybe I go this way. Didn't we get the... Yes. No, there's too many of them Ouch. Now I'm not allowed to use the grapple. Or the other ones will missile launch me while I use the grapple. It's on me, I didn't dodge. Pretty sure I did dodge there, but oh well. Fantastic camera angle choice, game. You cannot carry more items. Ah, so you can't just, money buy millions of potions your way to defeating bosses, as I predicted. Given that they let you buy them. I was wrong. This also seems like a dead end. So we weren't meant to go this way either, but what other way is there to go? It didn't let us go forwards into the screen when we were in the central area. Right, there was no this way. Yeah, we're not allowed further into the screen. And we've gone left, and we've gone right. Both just say, the villagers have blocked everything. Maybe I was meant to go down here and do the Easter egg thing. How do I use Easter egg on this? You've unlocked challenge number 4, the maze. I didn't say I wanted to go into challenge number 4, game. I just wanted my inventory space back, so that the egg isn't constantly consuming inventory space that could be another potion. No, you're weak to crossbow. The amount that it's letting us backtrack is terrifying. Blah blah blah, defeat Igor, blah blah blah. Useful. Not useful. Yeah, if this just had a minimap and or some way of indicating where it wants you to go, I think this would be tolerable. But as it is, I find very little... I have very little tolerance for it just expecting me to rub myself against all the walls, trying to work out where it wants me to go. Maybe that area was new, because we came from the back, and this is the left. And maybe this was new. Like that bit, the combat is tolerable when the camera isn't getting in the way. No, this isn't new. This is where we were before. This is the path up to where we fought Igor. No, gargoyles. We need shotgun. I mean, that's where we got the shotgun originally. Okay, there is where I was supposed to go. He seems relatively easy to stay just out of his range. Because unlike the gargoyles, he doesn't have the ability to generate micro-missiles. And yes, I did just try and use the insta-kill button on a boss. Unsurprisingly, it doesn't work. Even if we have saved up insta-kill things.
My God. What kind of evil does this to a man?
Run! Run for your life while you still can!
I run from no one.
Then kill me, please, before I kill you.
I'm a monster hunter, not a murderer.
There is only one true monster in this country.
The werewolf is the lesser monster, he says.
Like I said, a monster hunter.
No!
Big Ben in the background? Why is Big Ben in the background?
Just whose side are you on, anyway?
My family's side.
That was him, wasn't it? The one who was bitten.
Yes.
He's not your brother anymore, Anna. He's not the brother you once knew and loved.
That's not true.
Anna.
They say Dracula has a cure.
Rumors, lies, you can't believe them.
Didn't they say she was the last of her blood? Why does she have a brother now suddenly then? The story's contradicting itself. Which I don't like. He's adopted.
The Castle Frankenstein is the place where you will learn of Dracula's greatest ambitions. Do not fear, my son. Climb its highest tower. Discover what he uses to power his experiments.
Castle Frankenstein is where you will find Dracula. Sure game. Why not? You seem shotgun resistant. And crossbow immune. Holy! Do we have any healing? These sword guys are rough. Stop interacting with the river. I want to grapple them. You're quite sure that it's Castle Dracula in the movie? No, no, no. Dracula lives in Castle Frankenstein. The game was very clear. Are they just infinite spawning? It's on me, I rolled too late. Use the insta-KO. And again, because these enemies are rough. Insta-KO. Alright. No? Okay, do we shotgun the door? Or do we power punch the door? We shotgun the door. And inside there is a... nothing. Nothing except camera pane. There must be something. They wouldn't have a door that is a special breakable door with nothing inside. But I don't understand what they want me to do, so we just say, you're stupid. And move on. Oh, these ladies, they're crossbow enemies. Ah, you? Fine. Change weapon. God damn it. Sure, 4 gargoyles isn't enough? Maybe 12 next time? Too late on my roll. It's on me. Bullshit, I rolled. we go in the door. Aren't these the tiny gas-breathing fat people from Mass Effect? I forget their race, but they're they're kind of like tiny fat gas-breathing Ferengi. At least they give a lot of health. They were extremely generous in how much health those things give. Not shotgun, okay. Pistol? Not pistol. Crossbow. Not crossbow. Punchy blade. Not punchy blade, what does the door say? A powerful close-range weapon could break it with better ammunition. Well, our shotgun isn't allowed to have an alternate fire mode. I wish it was, game. But there is no alt fire for the shotgun. Look, I'm button mashing alt fire and oh. Ooh, why is the controller disconnected? Let's unplug and plug that back in and see if that comes back. No. Oh, yeah, there we go. Why alt fire? We need to be shotgun. See? No alt fire for shotgun. No such thing, game. No such thing. Whatever. Ooh, a grapple point? The passage is blocked by a solid steel door. There seems to be some sort of pulley mechanism. How strange. I wonder how it operates. A medieval statue of a paladin. However, there is something strange about it. There seems to be a sort of recessed button that hangs from its hand. Do you want me to punch the button? Do you want me to pistol the button? Do you want me to not shotgun. Crossbow the button. Yes. There is a click in the distance. Something has been released somewhere in the manor. Okay, no, please let me change back to shotgun. The manlets are weak to shotgun. Alright. This strong surface is resistant to attack, but a shotgun with more powerful ammo. Well then give me alternate fire for the shotgun game. Grrr. Grrr. There's some literature on reanimation of the deceased. It gives one shivers to think about. Well, we are in Castle Frankenstein, so that does make sense. No, that's just a different way of getting over there. Let's assume that something back where we came from is now different because we pressed that button. Dracula is something of a scientist himself, like the Dr. Jekyll. More manlets. So, has something changed in here? Has the thingy that said there's a, like, the door up here that was complaining about how do we activate it? Is that different now? Yes, it's opened. A whole swarm of manlets. It's also much too dark in this room. I can't see what's going on. A lot of the time. Independent of the camera being, Can I just throw these away? Let's just use them all so that the bad ammo replenishing things aren't clogging our inventory. A large array of weapons. Strange that a man of science would have such a large collection of these tools of war. These suits of armor seem strange, but somehow familiar. Alright, glowy purple one. You found shotgun ammo upgrade. You now have alternate fire shotgun. So now we can open the door back in the central area and destroy the box under the paladin statue. Oh. Alright. Shotgun. Alternate fire. This has dropped an Easter egg. Destroying the statue has closed the way out. So now we have to use the upstairs door only? Sure. Please don't get stuck on the column. I like how rapid fire alternate mode shotgun is. I don't necessarily know if it does any more damage, but the fact that you can rapid fire it is quite pleasant. No, I don't want more manlets. No, thank you. Oh, the enemies didn't spawn this time. A large collection of scrolls. No, come on, I want my hat. Van Helsing, Manlet Hunter. That's what it feels like at the moment. Let me go get my hat. Good. Hello? Okay, that AI dumbed out a bit. A strange series of pulleys and chains, likely to lower the platform. It's probably powered by the generator. It resembles a generator. It appears lifeless, but given the proper charge, it might become active. A tattered star chart. It makes one wonder what strange things lie in the great beyond. Really? That's clearly a door. Thank you, game. It wasn't letting me move any nearer the door. This is the Easter egg point. But I'm not interested in your extra bonusy stuff. My fault. I didn't dodge. And that was on me trying to hoover up the collectible. The meta progression points. You know what? Insta-kill all of you. Alright. The gate is locked. The castle courtyard is visible through the iron lattice. Something's knocking at my window lattice. Let us go see what thereat is. A large statue of a monk, shadowed in darkness. It doesn't want us to use the door. Is there a grapple point? No. Can we grapple the statue over? No. Can we shoot the statue over? No. Do we go in this? Okay, we go in this. Yeah, we have to jump off that. We're not allowed to walk off of it. done respawning? Maybe. No, we can't go in there clearly. Should be walk downable little side section. Invisible walls everywhere. You know what? No. If you're going to Dino Crisis me from off screen, I will use the insta-kill. A massive generator stands guard over this room, full of massive, seeming immovable gears. Wires that stem from its head imply an insatiable thirst for electricity. Am I meant to grapple something? Yes, there was a secret grapple point. A nearly impenetrable surface looks impassable, but could be toppled by an immense, powerful blast. Okay, so shotgun plus alternate ammo equals... No! We need an even better weapon, maybe. Maybe I was meant to hop on the top of whatever that was while I was up here? Maybe there's another layer of hidden... No. Of hidden... grapple heights. But not as far as I can tell. Hail, Shen. Possibly for the better, Shen. It's kind of... I would say the combat is kind of above average, but the camera is often painful, and it often fails to guide you where it wants you to go well. The camera's obsession with zooming in more and more and more every time you do an attack often gets in the way of you seeing the enemies. Baby gargoyles? These feel like they're crossbow enemies. I don't know why, but they do. Yes. They're also kind of okay for the pistol. And the pistol is kind of nice for how quickly it replenishes its mana bar. Because it shoots so rapidly. Okay, the game really wants us to go get sniper rifle? Tesla cannon? Tesla cannon. It's locked. Alright, do we Tesla cannon the generator to turn the generator back on in the other room? That now seems the most likely. Also, g'day, Finboy. Except there's no way back. Oh no, there is a way back. It just looks like it's part of the side wall. Good lord, the rate of fire on this is atrocious. On the other hand, it does seem to one-hit KO most things. No, you go away. Back to the generator thing, and now do we... Really? I thought we'd shoot you. What about the one in the other room? No, I should stop using this weapon. Ow! Boo. Enemy respawns as I'm trying to walk to my hat. Skeletons are resistant to the lightning cannon. Not enjoying the dino crisising. Should have been on the shotgun. Alright. Now, do we shoot you with the Tesla cannon? No. Really? But that felt like... Well, then I'm calling poor signaling. If the game's going to give us multiple things that say, give me electricity, and then give me a cannon that shoots electricity, and that isn't the answer, that's poor signaling. Oi! The enemy yoinked my hat. How do I get you off of me? I have no idea how you get the one that was on you off you. Rolling didn't get rid of it, which was the most logical thing as far as I'm concerned. It's locked. You never heard of this film? I remember seeing ads for this film. That feels like something, but I can't... Maybe the Tesla cannon can, No, the Tesla cannon can't destroy that and open that door. We can't get to the windows. They're invisible walls. Maybe the door that was upstairs in the hidden thing can be destroyed by this Tesla cannon. So... downstairs... out this door. And then it was... up over here. No, up. Thank you. No! New Gun doesn't open this either. Please. This is so much backtracking. No, this cannot be right. But I'm not interested in working it out. If the game doesn't indicate properly where it wants you to go, I think we drop the game here. So, let's go grade this. Yoink. Not Shrek Super Slam, but rather... Van Helsing. Van Helsing for the PS2. Was it fun? Yeah, it was relatively fun. 2 out of 5. It wasn't completely unfun. The camera gets in the way of things a lot. The failing to direct you gets in the way of things a lot. At least the checkpoints are relatively frequent, so even when the camera does screw you over, you don't feel like you've lost a lot of progress. Mm-hmm. And it also misleads with the teaching you that the symbol is the thing you have to interact with, and then giving you that weird statue that you have to not interact with the symbol, but the thing massively above the symbol. Is it true to source? Well, we've had -1 because Dracula lives in Castle Frankenstein. I don't know the movie well enough, so I'm going to say a 3 for the moment. If someone in chat knows better, I'm willing to hear their opinion. He has his hat. He looks like he's supposed to look, and he's fighting monsters, and he has the weapons that I remember from the ad. That's about all I can say. Is it interesting or unique? The beginning is correct, at least. Is it interesting and unique? Beginning with the Hyde battle. It's more unique than Hercules and Lassie. I can't give it that little. I think I can have a 2. I'm usually fairly stingy with the interesting and unique, though. Something really needs to be very unique to get points for me for that. The graphics, yeah, I think they were somewhat above average, but not hugely above average. I don't think it looked ugly. The music was nice also. I liked the music throughout. The sounds, I got a bit sick of the same, like, you've shotgunned the monster at close range and it makes monster shriek 1.wav. And then you do that again and it makes monster shriek.1wav again. But they were nice sounds even if they were over-repeated a bit. So I kind of want to say 3, 2, 4. I'll go with 3. How are the controls? The no camera control is troublesome given that what it does to the camera, but I get that it's trying to look cinematic. Even if it does get in the way of the actual playing of the game. My other big objection is the R targeting, being obsessed with holding R instead of press R to lock onto one enemy and then press it again to change which one you're on. A game as forgettable as its source media. So I think the controls are pretty good. They're above average. They do what they're supposed to do, aside from that I hate the way that it does R1. And some of the, like, double jumping. But it's not the controls that get in the way of the double jumping. It's that you're, like, hitting invisible walls or invisible ledges that are getting in the way of that. I don't think it's the control. Is it intuitive? Mostly yes, but then sometimes you'll hit things where you don't know what it wants you to do to progress or where it wants you to go. And because there's no minimap or there's no indication of which direction, you can end up backtracking through dozens of screens that get refilled with, repopulated with respawning enemies. So I want to say only a 3. It's averagely intuitive. Some things are very intuitive and other things that aren't intuitive cause massive problems, and there's no obvious hinting. Is it rude to the player? Okay, things that are rude. The camera literally zooming in so far that you can only see you and none of the enemies around you that are all shooting you. Lack of minimap / directions so that you can fail to understand which direction or where you're meant to go. And some of the, like, invisible walls / ledges for getting to things, where you're meant to go and what you're meant to do. I think, like, a 2? It's somewhat rude to the player, but it isn't horrendously rude to the player. And is it difficult? The combat isn't that difficult. Sometimes the timings are unintuitive. Like with Igor's, he shoots his grenade thing into the air, and you don't roll right then. You have to wait for it to be, like, on its way down to you before you roll, because it still hasn't decided where it's going to land as he shoots it up, which makes no sense. It is difficult to understand what it wants you to do and where it wants you to go at times. So I think a 2. Alright, notes. It's a brawler, but with shooting as well. And a yoink shot. Seems to use the character setting okay. Aside from Dracula lives in Castle Frankenstein. What the hell? Music nice. Controls mostly good, aside from Z targeting being hold down. Usually quite intuitive, but when you do get stuck, there are no real clues, and it lets you backtrack huge amounts, so it is unclear how to make progress, / where even to do so. This is compounded by the fact that the game makes you backtrack at times, so it's not like you can just say, not linear progression, I must suck at solution / finding hidden door. Right? If it was just always so linear, then it wouldn't matter as much, because you just get to wherever you're stuck and say, okay, I know that the problem must be in this area and the solution must be in this area. But because it so often needs you to go backtrack to make more progress by, like, going into side area B to press a button that opens a door back inside Area A that then you press another button there that opens the central door, a door in the central area. You can't just say, I don't need to backtrack when you do hit a block point. When you do hit a point where you're stuck. And that gets in the way of it. The camera is often quite bad. And its obsession with zooming in on the player when you use punch gets in the way more and more with each punch. Gets in the way of seeing anything. It is very willing to have enemies shoot you from off screen that you cannot see or even at times know about. Dino Crisis to dodge. So reread that and see what we think needs to be added. So, a brawler but with shooting as well as a yoink shot. Seems to be making a reasonable use of the setting of character aside from the Dracula is in Castle Frankenstein. What the hell? Nice music, controls, mostly good aside from Z targeting being hold down. Usually quite intuitive, but when you do get stuck, there's no real clues, and you can backtrack tons, so it's unclear how to make progress when this happens, compounded by the fact that the game does make you backtrack at times, so you don't know if the solution is in the backtracking. The camera quite often bad. Its obsession with zooming in on the player as you punch, with more and more with every punch, gets in the way of seeing anything. It is very willing to have enemies shoot you from off screen that you cannot see or even at times know about. Dino Crisis to dodge. Nice variety of weapons and alternative fire modes. With different enemies. Come on, learn how to spell blobber. Being weaker to or resistant, immune to different ones, so you are frequently changing up what you're using. Music nice. Sounds okay, but repetitive. Graphics somewhat nice. Alright. Welly says that Castle Dracula does exist, but it's in the final few missions. Well, why is he in Castle Frankenstein now? He should be in his own castle. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright. Tabulating, because gameplay. We need to introduce the evil villain. And then have him run away so that you can defeat him later. Would I say the same to Bowser? They're all Bowser's castle, Finboy. Bowser isn't inside, like, someone else's castle. Who's another bad guy from Mario? It's like Big Piranha Plant. There's King Boo. Yeah, Bowser isn't in King Boo's castle, right? He is in Peach's castle a lot. Yeah, but that's not a fellow bad guy. So, Bowser Jr. Alright. Let's see what the score tabulates to. Drum roll, drum roll. 23. Yeah, it's an okay-ish game. It's on the better than average okay-ish game, but it's nothing spectacular. Do I like you more or less than King Kong? I think I like you more than King Kong, but less than Lilo and Stitch and Wally. Alright. Well, there sits Van Helsing. Thank you, Welly, for bringing this to the channel. A reminder that those of you here in chat, live, you may redeem your own Sellout Sunday suggestions. There is a chat redeem. And those of you watching on YouTube, leave a comment with your suggestion. I look forward to many more Movie Monday, sorry. Movie Monday to come. For now, though, peace. Alright. Movie Monday done. Do we do anything else? Have I got any suggestions from YouTube yet? I don't think so, Finboy, but I haven't checked in a bit. I am a bit lazy with that. Entertain us? No, I think we might end there. And we will start, Crazy Taxi-thon early tomorrow is the answer. So... anyone that we know and respect up and around? Not especially. Boo. Yes, boo me. Boo me. But I'd rather be nicely rested for Crazy Taxi-thon tomorrow. So, tomorrow, because this next weekend is the next Tales crossover racing festival, the next festival is Crazy Taxi Crossover Festival, because Sega's trying to cross-promote their upcoming Crazy Taxi game. They're revitalizing, rebooting, whatever you want, the series. We'll be playing through, or at least trying, the ancient Crazy Taxi games for like Dreamcast, and there's supposedly a GBA one, which I can only imagine is as horrible as the Stuntman game for GBA that we played, which I liked. I'll admit that it's a bit bad, but I liked it. I don't think it would be a game that's for... yeah, I think there's a lot of people that wouldn't have enjoyed that. So yeah, we'll be checking out those for the next couple of days and working our way through those in preparation for the festival. For now, though, peace, everyone. Have a lovely day.